Hello everyone. In this session, we will discuss some topics from computer graphics. We will start the discussion on module 3 or unit 3 of computer graphics. So, unit 3 says the basics of computer transformations. So, we will see the basics of computer transformation in this unit, as well as we will see how to carry out these transformations on a particular animated or computer object. So we will start the discussion by using various transformations. So in the computer graphics there are two types of transformation, or the transformation is categorized into two types. The first one is called as a 2D transformation, and the second one is called as a 3D transformation. 3D transformation. Okay, so first of all, we will understand what is transformation. We try to understand what is transformation. Transformation means you are having a xy coordinate position in the given plane, and you want to change those coordinates. That is nothing but a transformation. So you are having one object. Let us suppose you are having a triangle as an object. Now you want to translate this particular object in the x direction. That is called as a transformation. So changing the position of an object, okay, with respect to given coordinate system, this is called as a transformation. So if you are performing this transformation in 2D plane, two dimensional plane, that is in which you are having only x and y coordinates or x and y axis, it is called as a 2D transformation. If you are performing this type of transformation in a 3D plane or three dimensional plane, then you are performing a 3D transformation. So that's why basic transformation are categorized into two types, that is a two-dimensional transformation and three-dimensional transformation. In real world we are performing the 3D transformation only, but in on paper or on our computer monitor you are performing the 2D transformation, right? So 3D transformations are always having a better quality and better realistic view as compared to the 2D transformation, because in the 2D transformation we are considering only two planes, right? We are considering only two axes, x axis and y axis. So you are getting an image, you are getting an illustration, but it is limited, it is not realistic. It is not realistic as because it does not have that 3D feel. Okay, but in a 3D transformation we are considering all three axes, that is x axis, y axis as well as z axis. So in that case the view is more realistic. So this is the difference between 2D transformation and 3D transformation. Okay, now in this session we will focus on the 2D transformation. Okay, so we focus on 2D transformation. Okay, so 2D transformations are the transformations carry on a computer object in a two-dimensional plane. So there are three basic transformation. That is, first one is the translation, second one is the scaling, and last one is the rotation. When we understand these three transformations or operations, you will get good understanding of 2D, what is 2D transformation. Okay, so these operations explains you what is actually 2D transformation, right? So now we will start with the first point, that is a translation. Okay, now we will consider xy plane. Okay, I think you have noted down these three things. Okay, if you not noted down, then you can pause the video or you can go back and note down all the three operations in your notebook. Okay, it is very important. So we will consider this xy coordinate system. This is our xy coordinate system. This is x axis, this is y-axis. So this is a point, consider that this is 0, 0, that is origin, and this is a point P x, y. So point P x, y. So this is x coordinate, okay, and this is the y coordinate. Or we can consider this is point x1, y1. Now you want to perform a translation on given point. You want to perform a translation means you want to shift this particular point, okay, from current position to new position. ट्रान्सलेशन करायचं याचा अर्थ काय, ज्या ओरिजिनल पोझिशनला तुमचा पॉईंट आहे त्या पोझिशनपासून नवीन पोझिशनकडे, नवीन ठिकाणी त्या पॉईंटला घेऊन जायचं आहे. दॅट इज कॉल्ड एज अ ट्रान्सलेशन. सो इफ यू वॉन्ट टू चेंज दिस पर्टिक्युलर पॉईंट फ्रॉम करंट पोझिशन दॅट इज हॅव्हिंग x1 y1 coordinate to some other position, okay, let us suppose this position having the point is p dash x2 y2. The point is p dash x2 y2. Okay, so you are changing from current position to next position, right? You are changing from current position to next position. You are going from here to here. Okay, I am highlighting this particular part by using a green color. You are going from initial position to new position. Then you want to perform some translation in x direction, that is called as a tx. Similarly, you want to perform some translation in a y direction, that is called as a ty. Tx and ty. When this particular point is translated in a x direction by tx units and it is translated in a y direction by ty units, it is called as a translation of given point. मी थोडक्यात आता सोप्या भाषेत समजायचं तर सुरुवातीला पी चे कोऑर्डिनेट्स होते आपले 2, 3. ओके, एक्स काय होता, x1 काय होता 2, x2 काय होता 3. नवीन पी डॅश जो आपण बनवला त्याचे कोऑर्डिनेट समजा, लेट अस सपोज ते आहेत कोऑर्डिनेट्स 5, 6. सो इन दिस केस tx इज 3 units translation. Okay, in this case ty is also 3. It depends, it does not the case that tx and ty should be equal. It is up to you, okay, how much tx, how much ty you want to use. कितीने ट्रान्सलेट करायचं आहे तुमच्यावर अवलंबून आहे, ओके, किंवा त्या सिच्युएशनवर अवलंबून आहे. पण महत्त्वाची गोष्ट अशी आहे की एक्स डिरेक्शनमध्ये ट्रान्सलेशन केलं तर टी एक्स म्हणणार आपण त्याला, वाय डिरेक्शनमध्ये केलं तर टी वाय म्हणणार. दोन्ही डिरेक्शनमध्ये केलं तर टी एक्स आणि टी वाय दोघांचा उपयोग करून नवीन पॉईंटचे कोऑर्डिनेट्स आपण घेऊन येणार, राईट. सो ओरिजिनल पॉईंट इज शिफ्टेड to a new location. This is the original point location, it is shifted to new location, right. So this is nothing but a translation in a 2D plane, 2-dimensional plane, right. So these particular parts, okay, I think you have noted down these things, okay, for your exam, for your reference, right. So we have obtained two parameters, that is tx and ty. These two parameters are called as a translation parameters. So translation is a one type of 2D transformation. In this case, we are just translating our initial point from initial position to a new position. So we are translating in the x direction and we are translating in the y direction. Now you may have a question that it is required that each and every time you have to translate in the x direction as well as y direction. No, it is up to you. In some cases it is possible that you can translate in a just x direction but you don't translating in a y direction, it is also possible. Or reverse case, you are translating in a y direction but you are not translating in the x direction, okay, it is also possible. If you are translating in the x direction but you are not translating in a y direction, you are translating in the x direction by 5 units, let us suppose, but you are not translating the y direction, okay, by any units, then it is 0. So in that case this particular parameter may be 0. Or if tx as well as ty both are 0, then in that case you are not performing a translation operation. So it is possible, so it is depends upon the situation. right? So if you make these parameters 0, you are not translating it. Okay, if you give some values, okay, depending upon those values, you are translating this, you are translating the point, you are translating the object. The rules and regulation which are applicable for the point are also applicable for any object. Instead of point, if you consider triangle or rectangle, same rules are applicable. ओके, ट्रायंगल असेल, रेक्टँगल असेल, कोणताही ऑब्जेक्ट असेल किंवा लाईन असेल, त्यासाठी सुद्धा तुम्ही ट्रान्सलेशन करू शकता. त्याचे रूल्ससुद्धा तेच राहणार आहेत. फक्त ट्रायंगलमध्ये 3 पॉईंट्सचं ट्रान्सलेशन होईल इन टोटल, रेक्टँगलमध्ये 4 पॉईंट्सचं होईल, लाईनमध्ये 2 पॉईंट्सचं होईल. ओके, फक्त पॉईंट वाढतील पण ट्रान्सलेशन कॅरी आउट केलं जाईल. So I think the idea is clear to you. Okay, same thing is given in this particular model paper solution also. So I have opened these model solutions for your reference. I will share it, okay, through your WhatsApp channel as well as on the Google Classroom also. Okay. So this is the first operation. They have asked a question in one of the paper. Okay, in the question number, I will share this. Okay, you can go through it. Explain 2D transformation with its types. So basic transformation are translation, scaling and rotation, and first is a translation. So they have represented this particular part by using a xy coordinate plane. Okay, they have represented a point p x comma y, and new location is p dash x dash y dash, right? So tx and ty are the translation parameters. So now they are represented by using the equation. So we will see the mathematical equation to represent this particular topic, represent this particular part. So how to mathematically represent? So initial point is p x comma y, right? New point is p dash, so initial point is p x1 y1, new point is p dash x2 y2, right? So when we have performed some translation in initial point, okay, and the translation is tx comma ty, okay, we are getting new point, new location, right? We are getting a new value. So it is nothing but what we are doing. So x2 is equal to x1 plus tx. Similarly, y2 is equal to y1 plus ty. This is very important. This mathematical representation is very important. When we have performed some translation in x1, so x1 plus tx, आपण काय केलं होतं बघा, x1 ची जी सुरुवातीची व्हॅल्यू आहे त्यामध्ये tx ची व्हॅल्यू काय केली, ॲड केली आणि नवीन व्हॅल्यू मिळवली, म्हणजे x2 मिळवला, नवीन पॉईंटची नवीन पोझिशनची x व्हॅल्यू मिळवली. सिमिलरली y1, ओके, त्याची जी व्हॅल्यू होती त्यामध्ये टी वाय काय केला, ॲड केला आणि नवीन व्हॅल्यू मिळवली, ती नवीन पॉईंटसाठीची किंवा नवीन पोझिशनसाठीची वाय कॉर्डिनेटची व्हॅल्यू आहे. एवढंच केलं आहे आपण. ओके, जे मॅथमॅटिकली रिप्रेझेंट केलं आहे मी, तोच पार्ट आपण परफॉर्म केला आहे. सो वी कॅन रिप्रेझेंट दिस पर्टिक्युलर मॅथमॅटिकल इक्वेशन. I think you have noted down this particular mathematical equation by using a matrix format. We can represent it. Okay, this is nothing but x2 y2 equal to x1 here y1 plus tx ty. So when x1 plus tx we are getting x2, when y1 plus ty we are getting y2. So it is very simple, you can easily identify it. Okay, when we are adding these two things, these quantities, we are getting a x2. When we are adding these two quantities, we are getting a y2. This is matrix format representation. So in this way we have considered the what is translation. Now we will see the second operation, that is scaling. Second one is the scaling. Okay, or we can take rotation also, but first we will see the scaling. Then what is scaling? Scaling means the changing the size of the object. Okay, I will show the or I will give the example what is scaling. Okay, so consider that you are having a coordinate system and you have an object. If you are having an object, you are having this particular square. This is an object you are having along with you, starting point and ending. Okay, so this is the 0, 0, that is origin, and now you want to perform a scaling operation on given object. Let us consider this object is square. You want to perform a scaling. You want to scale this particular object, okay, by 2. It means that you want to double this object. ओके, तुम्हाला काय करायचं आहे, या ऑब्जेक्टला डबल करायचं आहे, म्हणजे जेवढी साईज आहे त्याची त्याच्या डबल आपल्याला जायचं आहे. ओके, सो यू वॉन्ट टू स्केल दिस ऑब्जेक्ट अँड यू वॉन्ट टू मेक द साईज ऑफ दिस ऑब्जेक्ट, ओके, डबल. Okay, so this is nothing but a scaling of an object. So initially you are having an object, initially you are having this particular object. This is the initial position of the object or initial size of the object. Now the object is exactly doubled of its initial representation. So this is called as the scaling of an object. So in this case we are performing scaling by 2. It is up to the application. In some cases you can perform scaling by 3, scaling by 4, it depends. Okay, so you can change the size of an object. In some cases also it is also possible that you want to scale the object by 1/2. It means that you want to make half of the original object. It is also possible. So if you are scaling by 1/2, it means that, or you are multiplying by 1/2, it means that you are making the half of the original object. So you want to reduce the object. So scaling, it doesn't means that you want to increase the size of the object. If scaling by 2, then you want to increase the size of the object. If scaling by 1/2, you want to decrease the size of the object. So scaling operation means you want to change the size of the object. That is called as the scaling. It is very simple. सो बऱ्याच जणांना असा गैरसमज असतो की स्केलिंग म्हणजे आपण फक्त त्या ऑब्जेक्टची साईज इन्क्रीज करू शकतो. आपण काही केसेसमध्ये इन्क्रीज करू शकतो, काही केसेसमध्ये डिक्रीजसुद्धा करू शकतो. दरवेळेला त्याची साईज इन्क्रीज करायला हवी असं कुठेही लिहिलेलं नाही. इट इज नॉट रिक्वायर्ड ॲट ऑल. ओके, आय थिंक द आयडिया इज क्लिअर टू यू. Okay, so now we will try to represent this scaling operation. Okay, same thing is given here. Scaling means change the size of the object. The change can be either positive or negative. If change is positive, then we are increasing the size of the object. If change is negative, then we are decreasing the size of the object. That's it. Okay, it is very simple. Okay, now we will represent it in a mathematical format. Okay, as we have represented in the previous case also. Okay, so I think you have drawn this particular diagram, or you can refer the diagram which is given in the model answer paper also. So new position, if you consider any point, then for a point, okay, new position is P into S. P means actually it is P x comma y or x1 comma y1. P dash means P dash x2 comma y2. Okay, and S means scaling operator, scaling in x direction, scaling in y direction. Now in the last case we have used the addition operator. In this case we are using this multiplication operator. ट्रान्सलेशन करताना आपण ॲडिशन वापरत होतो का, तर आपण ॲड करत होतो व्हॅल्यूजना, आणि स्केलिंग करताना आपण काय करतो, मल्टिप्लाय करतो आहे, म्हणून मल्टिप्लिकेशन ऑपरेटर वापरलं. हा चेंज लक्षात ठेवायचा आहे तुम्हाला. बाकी इक्वेशन खूप सेम आहे. मागच्या वेळेला जसं होतं त्याच पद्धतीने इक्वेशन लिहिलं आहे. आपण पॉईंटसाठी स्केलिंग करू शकतो, तसंच एखाद्या ऑब्जेक्टसाठी स्केलिंग करू शकतो. So remaining part is very simple. Okay, you have to remember this particular mathematical operation you are carrying out. In this case you are performing the multiplication, you are not performing the addition. This is very important, right? So now you can represent it. You can represent this particular system by using a matrix format representation, okay, which we have done in the last case also. So x2 y2 new points are nothing but x1 y1 original points multiply with matrix representation. So now This is Sx and 0 and 0 and Sy. Now you will say why this particular representation is changed, because when we are performing scaling, we are performing scaling in the x direction as well as y direction, राईट. आपण स्केलिंग करताना एक्स डिरेक्शनमध्ये पण करतो आणि वाय डिरेक्शनमध्ये पण करतो. पण ज्या वेळेला आपण एक्स कॉर्डिनेटचा विचार करतो त्यावेळेला आपण काय करतो, एक्स डिरेक्शनमध्ये ज्याने स्केल केलेलं आहे त्या स्केलिंग पॅरामीटरने मल्टिप्लाय करतो. समजा स्केलिंग 2ने केलं असेल तर जो एक्स कॉर्डिनेट असेल त्याला 2ने मल्टिप्लाय करणार. मग त्यावेळेला एक्स कॉर्डिनेटला Sxने म्हणजे एक्स डिरेक्शनच्या स्केलिंग ऑपरेटरने मल्टिप्लाय केलं पाहिजे, Syने करून चालणार नाही. म्हणून आपण काय करतोय, 2D डायमेन्शन 2x2 मॅट्रिक्समध्ये रिप्रेझेंट करतो. दिस इज 2x2 रिप्रेझेंटेशन. सो x1 इंटू Sx प्लस y1 इंटू 0 और सॉरी yes x1 into Sx plus y1 into 0. Okay, in the next row it is y1 into 0 plus x1 into sy and so on. Okay, so if you multiply these particular things, then that is x1 into Sx plus x1 into 0, so that is nothing but x1 into Sx. And if you multiply these things, okay, here also, then it is y1 into 0 plus y1 into sy, so that is nothing but y1 into sy. सोप्या भाषेत सांगायचं तर x1 पॅरामीटरला Sxने मल्टिप्लाय केलं पाहिजे, y1 पॅरामीटरना Syने मल्टिप्लाय केलं पाहिजे. रिप्रेझेंट करण्यासाठी आपण फक्त काय करतो, 2x2 मॅट्रिक्स फॉर्मॅटमध्ये रिप्रेझेंट करतो. सो दिस इज द मॅथमॅटिकल रिप्रेझेंटेशन ऑफ स्केलिंग ऑपरेशन. आय थिंक द आयडिया इज अंडरस्टूड बाय यू. Okay, we can change the size of the object. This is the basic of scaling operation. Okay, now we will go to a third operation, that is rotation. So rotation means you try to rotate a given point, or you want to try to rotate a given computer object. So you are having a line, you can rotate it. You can rotate by 45 degree, you can rotate by 90 degree. You are having a triangle, you can rotate it. Similarly, if you are having some rectangle object, then you can rotate it, and so on. So that is nothing but rotation. So I will give an example, okay, how this rotation idea works. So now we will again consider this particular xy coordinate system, and you have drawn a line. You are having a line here. Okay, this is your line, and it is having starting coordinate. This is the starting coordinate, this is the ending coordinate. So this is P1, line considered P1, and this is P2. If you rotate this line, you have seen this type of operations previously also. If you rotate this line, sorry, I try to draw it again. P1 and P2. If you have rotated this line by 90 degree, it means that line can be in the upward direction or in the downward direction. We will consider for sake of simplicity, it is anti-clockwise rotation. So in that case, if you rotate this line by 90 degree, it means that this is a new line in the upward direction. If you draw this particular part again, then you will get correct representation. That is, this is x1, sorry, it's x coordinate, y coordinate, and if line is rotated by 90 degree, it means that this is a new representation of a line. So this is the P1 and this is P2. So this is rotation by 90 degree. So initial line is rotated by 90 degree. This is the initial line P1 and P2. Okay, it is rotated by 90 degree. This is 90 degree rotation. So you can rotate a line by 45 degree, 60 degree, 180 degree. It is up to you. It is up to you, right? So if you want to rotate a line, so initial step is you want to rotate a point. Okay, once you rotate a point, you can rotate a line, you can rotate a triangle, rectangle, or anything, any computer object you can rotate it, but you have to start from a point only. Now the important part is that, okay, I think you have noted down these things, how to rotate particular computer object or how to rotate a line. Okay, so if you start from a point, then for a point we are generally represent any point by using a xy coordinate. We are representing a point by using xy coordinate. So this is Cartesian coordinate representation. Cartesian coordinate representation. But as per polar coordinates, in your mathematics class you have seen it. Okay, in 10th standard also you have seen these things. Okay, so in the polar coordinate system, instead of x we can represent it by using a r cos theta, and for y we can use r sin theta. Okay, so this is nothing but our x and y coordinates only, but it is the polar coordinate representation, that is r cos theta and r sin theta. So where r is the radius, you know about it. Okay, now why you are using this particular representation? आपण का असं रिप्रेझेंटेशन वापरतोय? कारण खूप सोपं आहे. आपल्याला रोटेशन करत असताना काय विचारात घ्यायचं आहे? अँगल विचारात घ्यायचा आहे. Okay, we want to consider the angle, okay, in case of rotation operation. Rotation by 30 degree, 40 degree, 45 degree, 90 degree, 180 degree. So we are considering the angle, and if you are considering the angle, you cannot use this Cartesian coordinate representation. You have to use this particular polar coordinate representation, because this polar coordinate representation is having a angle parameter, that is theta parameter. Okay, you can represent it by using theta, phi, psi, depends upon you. अँगलसाठी कोणतं नोटेशन वापरायचं हे आपल्यावर डिपेंडंट आहे. थिटा वापरू शकतो, फाय वापरू शकतो, कोणतेही नोटेशन वापरू शकतो. महत्त्वाची गोष्ट काय की पोलार कोऑर्डिनेट सिस्टीममध्ये अँगल विचारात घेतला जातो, म्हणून आपल्याला त्या पॉईंटला पोलार कोऑर्डिनेट सिस्टीममध्ये रिप्रेझेंट करावं लागेल. नॉर्मल कार्टेशियन सिस्टीममध्ये चालणार नाही. ओके, हे कधी करावं लागेल? रोटेशन ऑपरेशन करत असताना करावं लागेल. ओके, इन अदर ऑपरेशन्स इट इज नॉट रिक्वायर्ड. नाव वी विल गो टू that particular operation, that is rotation. So rotation is, as the name suggests, it is a rotate a point about an axis. The axis can be one of the coordinates or simply any other specified line also. Okay, so they are given a theoretical description what we have discussed it. Okay, now we will start the mathematical equations directly. So using standard trigonometry, the original coordinate x comma y can be represented at x equal to r cos phi and r sin phi. So they have considered phi as the angle. Instead of theta, they have considered phi. It is up to you. You can use any notation. You can use theta also. Okay, same way we can represent the point p dash x dash y dash as x dash equal to r cos phi plus theta. So theta is the rotation. Okay, so initially what happens? Okay, I will show you. Okay, the step by step manner. Okay, initially what we have considered, that is we have considered, I will use same notations what they have used. Okay, so that it is very easy for you. The point, initially we are having point x comma y, it is represented by using r cos phi and y equal to r sin phi. So initial angle is phi. Okay, up to this point it is clear to you. Now we are rotating. Okay, now you have noted down, no? Okay, now we are rotating object, any object, line, point, triangle, any object by theta. Okay, so you are rotating by theta, means you are rotating by 30 degree, 40 degree, 90 degree. It is up to you. I have given an example of 90 degree, but it is depends upon the situation. So instead of calling it as a 90 degree, I will call it as a rotating an object by theta angle. So now new x coordinate should be x equal to r cos, initially it is phi, so phi plus theta. This is very important. You are rotating by theta, right? So initial angle is phi plus theta. If initially the angle is 30 degree and now rotation by 40 degree, then 30 plus 40, that is 70 degree. Similarly for y also, r sine, initially it is 30 degree, now new rotation is 40 degree, so phi plus theta. R cos phi plus theta and r sin phi plus theta. So you can apply the rules of trigonometry. You can keep r as it is, but you can use a rule of cos a plus b. For cos a plus b, it is cos a cos b minus sin a sin b. Similarly, in the second equation, you can use the rule of sin a plus b. For sin a plus b, it is sin a cos b plus cos a sin b. So you have to apply the trigonometric rules. You have studied these trigonometric rules in your basic mathematical classes. Okay, and you can apply it. Okay, same thing is given here, that is r cos phi plus theta is r cos phi into cos theta minus r sin phi into sin theta. Similarly, in the second operation, that is r sin phi plus theta, they have resolved this particular thing by using the rules of trigonometry. Okay, by using a rules of trigonometry. So in the third equation, you are having a r cos phi. In the third equation, you can consider that you are having a r cos phi. So instead of r cos phi, you can substitute it by using a initial values, that is the x. Okay, initial x. So x cos theta minus r sin, for r sin phi you are having a initial y, so r for that r sin phi you can substitute it by using y, so x cos theta minus y sin theta. Similarly, in the second equation, x sin theta plus y cos theta. So they have given that substituting equation 1 and 2 in 3 and 4 respectively, we will get the new equations. So when you get these new equations, you can represent it in a matrix format. So new x dash y dash can be obtained by using a previous xy coordinates by performing this particular transformation. So equations are, okay, we will represent these equations. We can try to represent these equations. Okay, that is x dash equal to x cos theta minus y sin theta. Okay, they have solved these equations, okay, in a step by step manner. You have seen it. Okay, so it is very easy if you understand it. Okay, so these are the x dash and y dash equations, that is x cos theta minus y sin theta, and y dash is x sin theta plus y cos theta. So you can represent it in a matrix format, that is x dash y dash, that is a new coordinates are initial coordinates, initial xy, and new values. New values are cos theta minus sin theta. Okay, and here it is sin theta cos theta. Okay, I will represent it, that is x dash y dash x dash y dash are initial xy, and we are performing the rotation cos theta minus sin theta, and here sin theta cos theta, right? So this is the rotation matrix. This is called as a rotation matrix. So this is P dash. Okay, this is original P. It is original P into rotation matrix, that is R. So you have to remember this rotation matrix, and there is no need to mug up this. Okay, you have to solve it. Okay, as given in the equation, it is very easy, and then you can understand it. This is the rotation matrix. Once you understand it, okay, it is very easy. This is the rotation matrix in a 2D plane. So if you want to perform a rotation in a 3D plane, okay, there will be a change in the rotation matrix. So we will see it in the next sessions how to perform a 3D transformation. Okay, so in this session we have considered all basic transformations related to the 2D transformation. Okay, thank you for watching this session. I will share the MSBT paper solutions also, and you can refer this, okay, so that you can get a good idea about it. Okay, thank you for watching this session.